I'd like you to meet Gabe. He's 16 years old, and in many ways typical of the kids we come to know at Olive Crest. This is his younger brother, Karan, and their 3-year-old sister, Olivia. Since Gabe was 6, he and Karan have bounced back and forth between Washington and Alaska. Gabe never really knew his dad.
Last time I saw him was probably when maybe around 13, 12. Well, I didn't really have a relationship with him because when I was 3, that's when he got arrested. When I went to his mom's, they take me to go visit him in jail. Yeah, I didn't really have nothing with him.
The brothers were eventually separated when at age 10, Gabe was sent from Alaska to live with his aunt and uncle in the Tacoma area. He managed to get by in a household where there wasn't much structure. Karan fared worse.
This place called Mountain View that I used to live in, there used to be drive-bys right in front of our house. So then we moved to this better neighborhood, but then my mom's boyfriend spent the money on drugs instead of paying the rent, and then we lived on the streets for a little bit.
Before entering 6th grade, Gabe returned to live with his mom and his brother in Alaska.
That's when I met Charles. Charles is Olivia's father. Well, I don't really have a relationship. I didn't like him because he got my mom involved with drugs. So yeah, I don't like none of her boyfriends. So I just kind of tuned them out.
Less than 2 weeks after his little sister was born, Gabe was sent back to Tacoma. The children's respective homes became more and more unpredictable every day. It was also during this time that Gabe developed a close friendship with a boy he had known since the 5th grade. This is Kyle. Like Gabe, he also has 2 siblings, a younger brother, Justice, and a sister, Sky. This friendship would prove to be decisive in the lives of Gabe, Karan, and Olivia. Kyle was somebody that Gabe could confide in and share his troubles. It was during Gabe's 9th grade year that his mother returned to the Pacific Northwest.
So when they moved back down here, she left Karan and Olivia with us, and then she disappeared for a week. So I had to take care of Olivia, changing her diapers, and then I got her potty trained for a while, but then it stopped. Not sure exactly why. So my aunt called CPS, and then that's when it turned into abandonment. And that's when we got involved with the state.
In the course of our work at Olive Crest, we have the opportunity to meet some extraordinary individuals. 2 such people are Kyle's parents, Natasha and Kester.
They met in the 4th grade, but in the 8th grade they became more attached. And Gabe was coming over and spend the night. And as time went on, you know, he was coming in. I mean, he was just like one of mine. And then as he continued to come in, I was asking him questions, and he told me that his mom was in a rehab, and he hadn't seen his mom for maybe a couple of years or so. Last year, he started telling my son that they don't want him where he's at. They want to put him in a foster system.
My oldest boy kept talking all the time. He said, Dad, you know, he really needs your help.
I asked him, I said, what is going on? You know, he said, oh, I sure wish you guys could adopt me. And I was thinking, well, we can't adopt. I said, maybe we can look into other things. And Gabe said, there's 2 other siblings. And I was thinking, oh God, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, you know, 6. But Gabe said he does not want them separate. He said because if they separate him, he was gonna either run away, excuse me. When we would drop Gabe off at home, there would be this look on Gabe's face, and I would look at Kyle, and he'd just have his head down. And I said, what's wrong? He's like, it sucks, Mom. And he said, Mom, we gotta help them. And I was like, yeah, you're right, we do.
When I first met Natasha, I said, I want a house full of kids. And she said, if you want it, let's go. I'm ready.
Because I wanted to do foster care a couple of years ago, I contacted Tani from Olive Crest, and I told her about the situation that I was in. And she said, well, Natasha, you know, I'll be able to help you.
You cannot measure the enormity of compassion and selflessness that goes into the decision this family was prepared to make as an organization dedicated to healing young lives and providing safe homes for abused, abandoned, and neglected children. Olive Crest began a structured program based on frequent and specific communication. We are able to provide a level of care beyond state resources, specifically tailored to the needs of these children and this family.
It was a lot different than the state. 'Cause the state, we would just have people coming over and they would just talk to us, and after a while, we just get left out of everything. Yeah, I do feel more connected because then I meet with Sean Jackson every Thursday, and it's like I get to talk about my problems and everything, and I have my binder so I can look through it whenever I have questions. It's just filled with court dates, hearings, important details that I need to know. They've been on my education to make sure I get to school and make sure I'm reading, and they want me to go to college, so yeah.
I mean, his grades picked up. I mean, he wants to go to school now. And there were times where if he didn't feel like getting up in the morning, he wouldn't go to school, he told me. And I told him, if I don't see you throwing up blood, you will be going to school.
That's one of my rules.
You got to be throwing up blood. You know?
Exactly.
In order not to go to
For you
school.
to excuse yourself from going to school.
You know?
Because your job, as far as a child is concerned,
It's school.
is school.
That's all.
I'm getting better grades, studying harder, working harder, paying attention in class.
For over 33 years, Olive Crest has been committed to breaking the cycle of child abuse by leading the way in furnishing needed shelter, loving care, counseling, education, and professional treatment to more than 50,000 at-risk youth.
His whole surrounding was Olivia. He felt like he had to protect her. The very first day they came here, I told him, I said, Gabe, I don't want you doing anything for her. That's why I'm here. He haven't had a chance to be a kid.
To be a 15-year-old.
Ever since Olivia was born, it's been Gabe. I mean, that kid, he's just special. Everyone that comes through here, they can see that in him because there's something about him in here.
My name is Carolyn Ratley. I am an Olive Crest case manager assigned to the household you've just met. I've had a unique opportunity to see how truly special Gabe is, his brother and sister as well. The thing is, this story is so typical of the children we work with. Kids with so much promise and so much love to give. I'm proud of the work we do at Olive Crest, and I'm thankful for people like you. It is because of your kindness that we are able to step in and make a difference in the lives of so many children that desperately need a helping hand. Children like Gabe, Karan, and Olivia, we thank you, and these children thank you for your generosity.
Olive Crest has been very supportive.
They've always been there for me. The minute I asked for help, they were there. Olive Crest, they're like our backbone. Like our backbone. And I really appreciate them for that.